everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Paola of PaolaPonceNails.com, and I help you master all of your gel nail services using Japanese soft gel only. If you'd like to continue growing with me in this niche, then do consider subscribing. Alright, today I'm in the studio. I'm full on. I'm actually doing this hand set of nails for you. That's coming up maybe tomorrow. I don't know. If you've been joining us this month, we're dropping one video every single day. So if you're still coming on every day, thank you, welcome, and please support this challenge by, giving us a thumbs up every single time that you watch a video, dropping a comment. I am on there a little bit more conversating, all right? So today I actually want to talk about what a premium soft gel is, right? I know that when I coach my students, and we're talking a little bit about business, because part of what we do is not just how to apply the Japanese soft gel, but also how to become a specialized gel nail stylist, so that you can become a top earning nail tech, right? If you're in business. If not, if you're just a hobbyist doing a DIY, then by all means, you can benefit for this in this topic for the future, right? But in the meantime, taking notes. So what is a premium soft gel? Well, because I use that, if I don't use Japanese soft gel, I'll use soft potted gel, or I'll use premium soft gel as synonyms, right? And so I just want to define that. Does that mean that only like soft potted gel nail brands or Japanese gel is the only premium gel out there, right? And the answer is no, right? So when my students are wanting to, you can say, label themselves or put something descriptive in their Instagram bio, because that's important. Like, definitely, I do strongly believe that the riches are in the niches. I go over that in very much detail inside my free masterclass. If you go down in the description box below, if you haven't watched it, do watch it. You also have a very special opportunity to join me inside the Master Gel Nails course once you finish watching that masterclass. So just FYI. But it becomes a little confusing for my students, or not confusing, but a little bit of an internal struggle, because they like the Japanese soft gel, right? What we focus on in this channel, but they also like, for example, Korean gel nail polish or gel nail products, right? And can you blame them? I mean, the stuff is oh so cute, right? And it's just beautiful, right? And so, yes, they play well as far as I'm concerned. I've never had an issue. Those companies would agree, or at least a distributor would agree, that they do play well. They're soak-off gel, they're premium soft gels, and we're going to go into that, okay? But for example, there's another brand out there, and I do like to have it up here, if you see there. That's Biosculpture Gel, and basically they were the inventors of soak-off gel nail systems, and they started out in little pots, and they continued to just do the pot model. So again, what they invented was the soak-off curing gel, soak-off UV curing gel, right? So all of our gels cure with UV, even though the light source might be like LED bulbs, that's fine. It's still within the UV spectrum of light. All right. So with that being said, number one characteristic of a premium soft gel is the fact that they are priced quite high. All right. Do not expect soft gel formulas, premium soft gel formulas, not to come with a price tag to them. For example, Biosculpture is high quality, hypoallergenic, probably the most hypoallergenic product you can find, and they cost a pretty penny. Now, penny. Now, what does that mean? It means that Biosculpture uses quality ingredients. They don't only charge a lot because they invented the product. It's a very secretive, proprietary blend that actually makes them the most hypoallergenic product in the market. They are actually clinically, have a clinical rating to prove that. So if you want to learn more about them, I'll drop their link down in the description below. Now, I do want to answer, some people do ask me like, well, why don't you use premium or Biosculpture gel still? And the quick answer to that is that I started with Biosculpture, right? And it wasn't the price range. I still ordered their base gel in my salon experience when I was doing nails in the salon. I bought one of those things every single month, and it was 25 grams for about $130. So I would go to the show and actually stock up for all 12 months of the year. So you can do the math of how much I would spend on my base coat, because I really loved it, right, for my clients. But once my clients wanted to do like some fun stuff, or long nails were really popular, especially like coffin shape, then that kind of became, they didn't have a very strong builder gel for me, for my use. And so I started switching over to Japanese soft gel systems. At the same time, Japanese gel systems around that time, like 2015, 2016, started kind of making a name for themselves, and I became really intrigued, and it just seemed perfect because they were already soft potted gel, like my biosculpture, and now I can incorporate the two. So then once I started teaching, actually, I started gravitating a little bit more to Japanese soft gel because of all of the fun stuff and the strong builder gel and all of that. But just FYI, and update, biosculpture has updated their products, and now you can do all of that if you wanted to, if you don't mind paying that premium, which means you're going to be in business doing that. In fact, they only allow professional nail techs to use that product. Okay, I'm all for them, love them. But with education, I also wanted to lead by example, and I always tell you that you shouldn't use more than like 3 brands of products, right? Because things get confusing. You're not going to be able to troubleshoot. You're not going to be able to use a particular line of products to its maximum potential if you're using like everything, right? Or too much of all of the different things. And for example, soft potted gel systems, they don't require that you use bonder and dehydrator, like a pH balancer. So all you have to do is alcohol, and they have their own prep solutions and all that. So just keep that in mind. If you're using another system, you kind of have to take a little bit of what they instruct you with what you know about soft potted gel systems. Okay, so premium soft gel characteristic number 1, they are expensive. Okay, you only need a little bit. I do recommend that you have some training so that you don't use too much more product than you need, because you know, if you use just enough, you're gonna be fine. People ask me, what is a 25 gram jar of base gel, right? And for all of the ones that I use, so Kokoist, Vetro, and Leaf Gel, right? Because now I just want to stay with 3. And I just decided to just make it my niche, Japanese soft gel. People ask me about biosculpture. I recommend it. Nothing bad to say about them at all. How much does a 25 gram jar of gel last me? Japanese soft gel systems offer their 25 gram, I believe, starting at $80. It's around $80. I think Kokoist is the least expensive one. If you want a comparison chart of all of the Japanese soft gel systems that I use and how they compare like their base gel, their builder gel, like line by line, I'll drop a link to a resource, an e-guide that you can download. It's $7, and you can reference all of that information. Not only that, you can also see how many sets of nails each product yields. So I do recommend you grab that. If you have a little extra $7 right laying around, that's what that guide currently costs. Okay, about 25 grams. The largest size in most Japanese gel nail brands, they're about $80, I want to say. Again, I think the Kokoist one might be $60, and they also offer refill bottles. So that may be the more economical way to get started into soft gels, potted soft gels, if you need to. Okay, if you want to offer an upgraded experience to your customers, then you might want to consider something high end, top of the line, like biosculpture. Okay, but again, I'm pretty happy with just using Japanese soft gel systems. Next up, second characteristic of a premium soft gel is that they are usually creating in small batch, and they also don't manufacture like all around the world. And if they do, then they still keep it like close knit. For example, in the US, you only have like a couple Kokoist distributors, a couple Vetro distributors, like only one Leaf Gel distributor. Likewise with biosculpture. So like they're very tight knit, and so production is a little bit more on the craft size side. For example, when you're drinking beer, if you're a beer drinker, you'll have like draft beers, right? And your popular beers, like, you know, the popular ones, I don't know, Budweiser, Bud Light, Heineken, whatever it may be. And that's like mass distribution. And so I once heard, for example, from our friends over at Vetro, that the way they treat their manufacturing, it's almost like fresh produce. Okay, so they make them in small batch, and they don't let it accumulate on the shelves. Like they only make what they need or the demand, right? Obviously, if there's high demand, then they're gonna have to pick up production. But that was like the best analogy I've ever heard, and it just made so much sense once they told it to me like that. It's like fresh produce. Okay, they like to keep it fresh. They don't want to send you old product, okay, or overstock on a lot or massively distribute across the country and the world, and then they don't know how long that product's been sitting on that shelf and so on and so forth. So they only take on a few distributors also. So that's characteristic number 2, small batch production. Characteristic number 3 is the ingredients, okay? So yes, of course, there are so many different ways to label whether a product is manufactured responsibly, right? The most common that you see is like non-toxic. Now, I've done a little bit of research about this word and what it actually means, and I wasn't able to find anything that was really concrete. And unless things have changed, like non-toxic is not like an FDA recognized term. So the manufacturer or the distributor has to really define what non-toxic means, okay? In essence, if it gives you a headache, if it makes you want to throw up, then you've experienced some sort of toxicity level, right? That doesn't necessarily mean it's like allergic, right? We're not even talking about allergies yet. Like that might be a form of toxicity. I don't know. But again, just in my like superficial research, that's what I gather, that if it makes you sick, gives you a headache, makes you, you know, nauseous, like you've intaken too much of a fume or something, then it can become toxic. Again, do your own research. So it's not a term that's FDA defined. That's what I read. Usually when they say non-toxic, it means that they don't include chemicals that can make you, you know, feel like you've had too much of it without consuming it, right? So for example, even camphor, which I believe it's just like sometimes therapeutic or it's used in like medicinal purposes. But if you use too much of that, which can be in nail products, then you experience toxicity, right? Some sort of nausea, some sort of headache or something like that. So that's non-toxic. Also, they'll say like toxic chemicals can also be those that are carcinogens. So formaldehyde, for example, nail products are no longer being made with formaldehyde. That's one thing, right? So you'll see that most of your nail products will no longer have formaldehyde because it's linked to cancer causing, right? Now, when it comes to premium soft gels, whether that be Japanese gel, Korean gels, or biosculpture, or any other soft gel system, again, our niche is soft potted gel, particularly made in Japan, right? You are going to have to do your due diligence and download the SDS sheets or require them or ask for them from the manufacturer. And these are called safety data sheets. And you'll be able to see the level of monomer concentration. And basically what you want with a premium soft gel is that the majority of the product or a big chunk of the product is a resin, okay? Not a dilution ingredient. And in soft potted gel formulas, we actually just have like a monomer and the actual resin to like thin it down and provide adhesion component to it. So we don't have like thinner, highly volatile, like stinky monomers like a bonder agent. Like those bonders that you apply on the nail, ethyl acetate, butyl acetate, like those things are highly volatile, so you instantly smell them like when you open the bottle. So that's why you won't experience that really with a soft potted gel. The fume level will be low because it doesn't have those thinner monomers that are like highly volatile, they're highly stinky, and you open the bottle and you're like, whoa, you know? So what does it have? It usually will have like some form of HEMA, some others will have other type of monomer that's not HEMA related. And what you want to focus on here is concentration levels. You want to know that your product is primarily a resin, like primarily gel, and just it has some ingredient to modify the viscosity of that gel. That's it. Okay, so if you see that your gel has a high concentration of a monomer, whether that's HEMA, whether that's ethyl acetate, it's like 30% or higher. Not only will that make it like more allergenic, it also makes it like less gel material, like less resin. So just keep that in mind, that true gels or soft potted gels or premium soft gels, they're just going to be more gel-like with less dilution ingredients. And sure, they can be 10 toxic free, 9 toxic free, or non-toxic, and hypoallergenic, meaning that the concentration of their monomers are less than 20%. That makes it hypoallergenic. That makes it less allergenic, hypoallergenic. All right, so those are the 3 characteristics that define a premium soft gel, whether you're using it in a pod, whether you're using it in a bottle. As long as they qualify those with those 3 qualifiers that we talked about today, I consider it a premium soft gel. All right, hope you enjoy this video. we're continuing on with our 1 video per day challenge this month. That's right, 1 video each day for a total of 31 consecutive videos. If you're all in on soft potted gel nail systems or being a specialized gel nail stylist in these systems, I got your back these next 30 days, and of course in this channel altogether, because those are revolving topics here. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, hit the notification bell icon so that you're notified as soon as our video drops. Otherwise, every video goes up at 6 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for watching. If you loved today's video, can you do me a favor and give it a thumbs up to boost it up in the algorithm so that I may help more people? And if you need a little more direction in your nail career, I want to encourage you to join my free masterclass using the link in the description box below. It is available for you to watch immediately for free right now after signing up. I'll see you next week, and bye for now.